everybody, this is Lorii Abela from Matchmaker Secrets, where we talk about love, dating, and relationships, and of course, matchmaking. Today, I have a guest which I have met in an event, and it's interesting because he talked about his love life, and who would have known I will be hearing a very, very interesting love life. There is something like a love ever after. We want to hear it from our guest tonight. So Dr. Mike Whitworth, and he is a preventive doctor, not only here in the United States, but also in other foreign countries, including Andes and, of course, Ecuador. So I'm so fascinated to have you over here, Mike. I know that you were an item before with your girlfriend, and but somehow fate has separated you. Would you tell us briefly, your story?
Well, in high school, one of my buddies that I visited from time to time, we did a lot of sports together, introduced me to his cousin, Marie. And I guess it was love at first sight. We were probably 15 years old, sophomores in high school, and we dated the summer of 1960. At the end of the summer, we broke up, and she went her way, I went mine. We both got married in the late 60s, and 60 years later, I ran into her cousin again, and I asked him about Marie. And he told me that she was a widow and she was doing okay. So I gave him my business card and said, have her call me. Well, unfortunately, he lost my business card, but I knew where he worked. So I stopped by his office, and he apologized, got another business card, and the next day, Marie called me. I went to her home, visited her, and it's been just a whirlwind for the last 2 years. It's been wonderful.
Wow. So who would have known, you have lost touch for a long, long time. So, you didn't even use Facebook. I'm just joking because, that's the way that people find now. Right. If you have lost somebody, you use Facebook. You have been seasoned in the relationship part to the younger generation looking for love because, a lot of people get lost, as far as love is concerned.
I think the number one thing is trust and finding common interests, so that there's not a conflict, and just enjoying every day. Maybe later in life it's different. We're both in our 70s now, and she enjoys doing the things that I do, and I enjoy the things that she does.
Wow. So was there an instant connection once you met again? Because you said these are very important things, you said trust. So did she trusted you right away when you first met again on the second time around?
Well, she understood what I was doing in helping women avoid surgeries and change their lifestyles, their nutrition and so on, in my preventive medicine work. And that was very enheartening for her. I mean, women like to see women healthy. Okay, she's got children, she's got grandchildren, and probably saw how this might fit into that program.
Yeah. Having found love again, what do you think are the top main ingredients to a successful relationship?
Well, number one is trust, and there's I think a bond in maturity. Okay, puppy love is one thing. That's what we experienced in our high school days, and it didn't bother me. I guess it bothered her a little bit. She never forgot me, and I never forgot her. I moved out of my hometown. She moved to my hometown, and when I used to go back there from time to time, I had talked to her cousin, and he kind of gave me general directions of where she lived, and I would go down that street just hoping that I would see her again, maybe pushing a baby buggy or who knows what. but I never saw her till just a couple years ago. 60 years went by, and then we just connected. Been a wonderful relationship.
Wow, yeah. Yeah, I always, imagine that's, the best scenario for any love relationship thing, because it seems like, love is forever. It's always been there for both of you, and you're meant for each other. For the benefit of those people who are watching, I just want to, make a quick story, because my mother had a boyfriend before she met my father. But, during those times, it's all about you have to follow your parents' wishes. So my mother married my father because, it's her parents and his parents' wishes. And her first love never really thought about they're going to be separated. But, till the end, my mother died, he also was there. We were walking to my mother's, casket to offer some flower, and he lined up together with us, offering a flower to my mother who's already in the casket. I've never seen something like that, and I still having goosebumps because wow, I think I would imagine it only happens on the cinema, but this is for real, right in front of me. But it seems you have also a very, very solid love for each other, and that's so amazing. So if you can bring back time, what do you think would you do differently or similarly as far as love is concerned?
Oh boy, our family was kind of dysfunctional, very competitive, and not a lot of love. So I would say if my parents had been a little bit different in showing their love, because I don't remember ever seeing my father kiss my mother. He was working all the time, and she had 7 kids to raise. So, and she was very strict. I think that's where I got my work ethic. And as far as love goes, it's rare. It's very rare. I've seen families, and I've been all over the world with this, and I can spot love when I see families interacting, this friendship, and the kids play together, and the parents are involved with the children. That love is so obvious. It's beautiful. It's very beautiful.
Do you have children?
No.
Okay, all right. Yeah, because I would imagine if you had children, you could have been a very, very good father. Because you have realized that, okay, this is what is missing in my life, and I could share that kind of love that, I have not really experienced, because you were 7 children. And so maybe it's my favorite, right? Whoever is the coolest person is going to be the favorite, or either the oldest or the youngest. But you know what? I am so happy to have you over here because yeah, it's always nice to know that, we have to share love to, to everybody, not only our children, but, of course, the children are always looking up to their parents, and then if they can share love, and then, they can be much more open to receiving love. And so, I think you just got lucky that you found love, even though, it was difficult for you to realize, from your parents, there's no love, but you have, I think that was God's gift to you. That's amazing. I'm excited, how much more, your love will grow.
Right. Yeah, and I look back at probably that, I was looking for love in all the wrong places. I had a lot of relationships, and they just didn't work out because I didn't understand it. But her background and her love for her children shows in our relationship now.
Oh my gosh.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I wish we have more time, but I really appreciate you being over here. And for those people who are looking into finding love and also for those people who are already in a relationship or those people who are expert on love, dating, and relationships. We would like to have you over here because we want to find out, like, what are the secrets, or if you're single, what have you been doing in order to find love? I can pay attention to, whatever is being shared over here so that, we can learn something. And thank you so much again, Doc. Appreciate it. And so, I'll see you again. Till next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Yeah, so what you gonna thank you.